Hey everyone, welcome back to 5-Day Linko. My name is Chase. Today is Thursday, May 13th of 2021, and we're going to look at Chainlink. Again, you're here for Chainlink. Let's be honest. Chainlink. I'm here for Chainlink. You're here for Chainlink. We're here together for Chainlink. Okay, going into the weekly chart of Link USD. To start off, we're going to go with Link USD, Link Ethereum, Link Bitcoin. Going to show you some cool stuff today. Stay tuned. Jumping right on it. Link on the weekly chart. Look at where we wicked to today, this week, right? Earlier, 39 yesterday. Remember that crazy? Look at previous close, before mooning up. No surprise, we went right to that. Usually you're going to back test previous resistance, break through it, come back, test it as support. More times than not, you have liftoff after that. You have to play the odds in crypto. There's nothing certain in crypto but uncertainty. Remember that. So what is this line down here? Well, sometimes certain lines on certain charts don't mean much. So you got to change your point of view. Let's go down to the daily and see what we got. So this is that same line that we just showed you on the weekly, which was, previous resistance and support, but on a daily time scale, they have different closes than weeklies. So it's going to look a little bit different. So this line is important on the weekly. This line is important on the daily. So even on the daily chart, though, you can see we still wicked right to these areas. You can still see, support and resistance. Support and resistance is probably your most important factor to learn and the most overlooked by most amateur traders. If you're a master at support and resistance, you're going to do very well. Most people think they're pretty good at support and resistance, and likely not. So on the daily chart, look at all our previous resistances. Resistance, rejection back down. Months later, come back up to it. Resistance still. We finally break through, get through it, come back down, and once you flip a resistance and break through it, it usually comes back and holds it as support. Support. The wicks don't matter. The wicks just tell you where price action went during that given candle. The close is what you want for support and respect to each individual line or moving average. That's what these lines are in the back if you're new. Those are exponential moving averages. 21, 50, 100, and 200. So once we break through this support level, we came back up, and you guessed it, resistance. Then we finally broke through it the next day, came back and held it as support again. Look at that wick, right on it again. Another day of support. Once you break through it, come back and test it, you're usually going to go higher. Does that sound familiar from our weekly chart that we just looked at? Imagine this on a weekly scale. That would be some bullish news. So now we broke through our weekly. Remember, this is important on the weekly, but also on the daily a little bit. We break through it. Support again. Support. We came back through it 3 days in a row before more liftoff. And guess what? Now we're falling back down to our support level. So far, so good. We've held it. Doesn't mean we have to go back up immediately. We might play with this for a few more days, maybe a week. Who knows? But it's all bullish, John. Bulls are running the streets. We're still in a bull market. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I don't think the bull market's going to end this year either. We might have a double peak like 2013, 2014. That's my take on it. And if I believe that's true, well, we have to have a peak at some point. Do I think this is the peak for Bitcoin and Link? No. I think it's coming. Stay tuned. All right, Link Ethereum. Still struggling. Link Ethereum in a bear market. Technically, on a daily chart, we're still down. Do I think we could turn around? Of course. We're at historically low levels for Link Ethereum. Is that a good time to be panicking and selling? Or is it a good time to be foaming at the mouth, getting ready to go all in? I'll let you decide. Weekly. Let's look at Link Ethereum on the weekly chart. And yes, We are down so far on the week. I would still anticipate this closing up a little bit higher. Maybe around this level. 0.012, 0.013. Look for it in 3 days, 10 hours. My money's on closing a little bit higher. We'll see. Now, is there anything else important that we need to look at for Link Ethereum? I'm glad you asked. This is Link Ethereum RSI on a weekly scale. Do you notice anything weird here? Look at this crap back here. 2018. Look at this little BS. Does this rhyme with that at all to you? Yeah, look at that. What came next? What came next? Does that look like anything to you? It looks like a king's crown to me. We all know who the king is going to be long-term in this trading pair. No, it's not Ethereum, it's Link. Link is going to... You should have guessed it. All right, going on. Link Bitcoin next. If you're still with me, for the 4 of you that are still with me. Link Bitcoin. Look at this on a weekly chart. Not a chair. Weekly chart. Look at our trend line for the weekly RSI. Going back to 2018. Just a little bit of time. Look at the trend here. Support and resistance works on any chart. Support, break through it. Resistance, break through it. Come back. Support, break through it. Come back up. Oh, did we just break through it? We shall see. Is it short-lived? Or are we going to bounce here? If we bounce here, if you see us next week, this week, it'll be next week. This week, we got to see where this closes. We'd like to see this close about 60 on the RSI for the weekly Link Bitcoin RSI. If it does that, and then you see us next week start moving up, great sign. Great sign. Look at the W. Patterns play out in any chart. You can use RSI, stochastic, whatever you want. Nice. How about Link Bitcoin on the regular chart with our moving averages? This is still a weekly, 21 week, just crossed our 50 week. Always a good sign. When's the last time it did that? I'm glad you asked. Just 2018, just a few days ago. 2018 is the last time the yellow 21 week EMA on Link Bitcoin valuation on a weekly chart crossed up. Look at that. Maybe this was a fake out. And everyone thought we were going lower. No, Link changed his mind. He decided to wake up, found his keys in the parking lot, and he's proceeding to gap and pull on Bitcoin. It's never. But weekly chart, look at our breakthrough here. Consolidation, run into our 21 week, break up. Nice bullish candle. Even though it's red. Did you know that candles can be bullish even if they're red? They can be. This is it. Long wick is what you want to see. Thin body. If this prints a little bit higher, we could have a... Do you know what it's called? Some of you might know. People that follow me on Patreon, you should join if you don't know. If you're new, Patreon, I teach a lot in there. Check it out. This is close. We need a little bit higher close for this week. In 3 days, maybe we close a little higher. It's called, I don't hear anyone. Feeler? Dragonfly Doji. You got it. The guy in the back. I heard you. Thanks. But sit down. All right. So that's Link Bitcoin. Macro trend up, though. Name any other coin that's macro trended up against Bitcoin. I'll wait. Going back to Link USD, I love the formation here. Look at the pullaways from the 21 week moving average. Love the respect to this liquid zone back in here. Our resistance line is now support. We flipped it. We want to close a little bit higher. This would be great if we can close with a wick more than half of this candle body. That would be a good sign. Yeah, I love Link, obviously. Hopefully you do too. That's why you're watching this video. So if you like everything, thumbs up, subscribe, send me a message. Love hearing from you. Follow us on Patreon, private Telegram you get there. A lot of little snippets I upload daily that I don't post anywhere else. So probably worth checking it out at least. If not, that's fine. Just leave us a like and comment. Appreciate it. I'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Car of the day. For those of you, there's nobody here. I'll just talk to myself. Yellow Lamborghini Centenario. My favorite car in world history, right here. If I had unlimited money, I'd pick up one of these for $3.5 million. But I don't, so Link needs to go up. All right, quote of the day. All right, guys, thanks so much. I appreciate you. Happy Thursday. I'll see you on the next video. That's it. Go home.